Hi, my name is Parker Haney. I'm an advancing computer science student at the University of Advanced Technology, and I'm going to give a quick presentation on my career search experience. When I first started to think about what kind of career I want to get into, I first looked at the skill set that I have developed so far, and I have taken many classes at UAT, but as a computer science major, most of what I've learned is how to code in different programming languages, so I wanted to look for jobs that had to do with coding. Now, I really wasn't sure what company I wanted to go for, so I thought I might as well first look at the biggest tech companies in the world. After doing a little research into companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Meta, the company that I liked the most was Google. Google has a multitude of different tech jobs that I could apply for, but there were three specifically that really interested me. The three positions that I was considering were back-end developer, front-end developer, and full-stack developer. Just to give a quick summary of what each position is, like back-end development has to do with parts of a website that users don't see, and databases and security measures. Front-end development has to do with all the things that users will not only see but also interact with, like the different UI elements and the way that the site is presented. Full-stack developers are both back-end and front-end development combined into one position. After giving the three positions some thought, I personally felt that it would be best for me to be a back-end developer for Google. To be more specific about what back-end developers do, here are four things that I'll be focusing on if I were to work for Google as a back-end developer. One of the biggest aspects of my job as a back-end developer would be communicating with the front-end developers to make sure that the different Google websites are working perfectly and efficiently. The next core aspect of my job will be increasing the speed and convenience of using the different Google websites. As a backend developer, one of my biggest responsibilities would be security so that data on the websites cannot be so easily obtained. The last important element of being a backend developer is making sure that the data for each user is stored in an efficient and safe way. Now I would like to talk more specifically about the positives of being a backend developer at Google and why I think I would be a great fit for the job. First off, being a backend developer at Google would not only take advantage of the skills that I have already developed, but it would also help me grow and develop new skills as a developer. Another part of the Google work culture that I appreciate is that the time in which an employee clocks in and clocks out is pretty flexible, and the employees oftentimes get to decide when they would like to start and end their workday, as long as they put in the necessary amount of hours to complete their projects. I also really like Google's mission of providing as much information as possible globally, and I like that Google values the user experience first and foremost above everything else. One of the last reasons why I would want to be a backend developer at Google is because you can choose to work from home, work in shop, or do a hybrid of the two. For the last part of this presentation, I would like to go over what I have learned from this career search experience. First of all, it's good to not rush into a job so that you won't regret getting the job later. My next tip would be do as much research as possible to see if the job is really fit for you. And the last thing that I learned from this experience is that it is important to weigh your options before finalizing your decision. Anyway, this is my last slide that contains the sources that I used to complete this presentation, and thank you for listening.